Imagine a man so powerful that his mere presence kept the world's most brutal empire at bay. For decades, he was the living shield of the Zhao kingdom. But his greatest enemy wasn't an invading army, it was his own pride. Hook, 7 seconds. Welcome back to 81 Chinese Generals. Today we explore the life of Lian Po, a man who learned that true strength isn't just about breaking cities, it's about the courage to say I was wrong. Don't forget to like and subscribe to journey through China's epic history with us. Born in 327 BC during the chaotic Warring States period, Lian Po was a force of nature. In 283 BC, he led an army into the state of Qi, smashing their defenses and seizing the city of Yangjin. This wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. He was promoted to senior minister, the highest rank a warrior could achieve. In an era where kingdoms rose and fell by the sword, Lian Po was the ultimate blade. He was fearless, tactical, and deeply loyal to the Zhao throne. But as his fame grew, so did a dangerous shadow within him, the belief that no one, especially no politician, was his equal. Enter Lin Xiangru, a humble servant who rose to power not through blood but through brilliance. After outsmarting the king of Qin, in a high-stakes diplomatic standoff involving a priceless jade, Lin was promoted above Lian Po. The veteran general was livid. "I have bled for this land, I have taken cities," he roared. To Lian Po, Lin Xiangru was just a man of words and tongue, a low-born upstart sitting in a seat he hadn't earned. He vowed to humiliate Lin whenever they met. The Zhao kingdom, once a united front, was now a house divided by the ego of its greatest protector. Lin Xiangru avoided Lian Po at every turn. His followers called him a coward, but Lin's response changed history. He said, "The mighty Qin does not attack us only because the general and I are together. If two tigers fight, neither survives. I put the nation's safety before my private grudges." When these words reached Lian Po, something broke inside the old warrior. The realization hit him harder than any mace. He saw that his pride was a weapon Qin would use to destroy Zhao. The Zhao kingdom, once a united front, was now a house divided by the ego of its greatest protector. Unity was restored, and for years, Zhao was untouchable. But the ultimate test came at Changping. The state of Qin sent a massive invasion force. Lian Po, now an old man but wiser than ever, knew he couldn't beat the Qin in a head-on charge. Their momentum was too great. His strategy, a war of attrition, he built massive fortifications and refused to move. For 2 years he frustrated the Qin army, waiting for them to starve and lose hope. It was a masterpiece of defensive warfare. Lian Po understood that sometimes the greatest victory is simply refusing to lose. Qin was desperate. They couldn't break Lian Po on the field, so they broke him in the palace. They spread rumors that Lian Po was too old, too scared, and that the only man Qin feared was a young, brilliant theorist named Zhao Kuo. The new king of Zhao, arrogant and impatient, fell for the trap. Despite the dying pleas of Lin Xiangru, the king stripped Lian Po of his command. "Lian Po is a coward," they said. They replaced a lion with a man who had only ever fought battles on paper. Lian Po was forced to watch as his life's work was handed over to a fool. History remembers what happened next as one of the darkest chapters of ancient warfare. Zhao Kuo abandoned Lian Po's defenses and marched into a trap set by the god of war Bai Qi. The result: 50,000 Zhao soldiers were surrounded, starved, and eventually surrendered. But Bai Qi offered no mercy. He buried them all alive. In a single night, the backbone of the Zhao nation was snapped. The mourning in the capital could be heard for miles. Lian Po's cowardly defense would have saved those sons, fathers, and brothers. Now they were just bones beneath the earth. Years later, with Zhao on the brink of collapse, the king regretted his mistake. He sent a messenger to see if Lian Po, now in exile, was still fit to lead. Lian Po wanted to return home more than anything. To prove his strength, the old man ate a gallon of rice and 10 pounds of meat in one sitting, then hopped on his horse in full armor. But the messenger had been bribed by Lian Po's enemies. He lied to the king. "General Lian Po eats well, but in the time I sat with him, he had to relieve his bowels 3 times. The king sighed. The general is truly old, and never called him back. Lian Po eventually moved to the state of Chu, but his heart remained in the north. On his deathbed, his final words were a haunting lament: "I long to lead the men of Zhao." He died in a foreign land, a tiger without a forest, a shield without a kingdom to protect. Historical truth tells us that while legends focus on his apology to Lin Xiangru, the reality was a man who spent his final years in a cycle of frustration and unfulfilled longing. He was a hero discarded not by his enemies, but by the very people he had bled to save. What is the legacy of Lian Po? In a modern world obsessed with speed and instant action, he teaches us the immense power of patience. The long game is often the only way to defeat a stronger opponent, but his greatest lesson is about the human ego. We all have moments where pride threatens to destroy what we value most: our relationships, our careers, our teams. Lian Po shows us that true greatness is not about being infallible. It is about having the courage to carry your own thorns, to admit your faults for the greater good. Humility is not weakness. It is the ultimate armor that keeps a nation or a person united. Thank you for watching the tragic epic of General Number 3. Subscribe to join us for Number 4. He was a man who started as a peasant, but ended up commanding the most terrifying force of nature in Chinese history. Stay strong, stay humble,